Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mila Sari. I want to introduce um, the novel of Pioneers by Willa Cather. Straight to theme. The main theme of Pioneers is man's relationship to the land, in a particular a land that is unforgiving. Some of the characters, such as Lo and Oscar Baxons, and their father, set themselves up in a adversary relationship with the land. And the next character, then an Emil Baxon's round character, Carl Lindstrom round character, and Mary Sabata flat character, Frank Sabat dynamic character, Lau Bertson antagonist, Oscar Bertson flat character, and John Bertson dynamic, and Gila Ivar flat, Matt Selfiler supporter, Mistress Bertson's supporter, Annie Lee found, and Mistress Lee flat, and Millie Bertson's flat, and Nelson Jersen dynamic. The next settings. Setting of Pioneers tells the story of the Bertsons, a family of Swedish American immigrants in the farm country near the fictional town of Hanover, Nebraska, at the turn of the 20th century. And then next, plotline. Plotline is introductions. There is no place like Nebraska. The expositions spans from the very beginning, when the defeat is almost infallible, to more prosperous time, successful landowner. It ends when Carl Lindstrom is forced to leave Alexander Homestead under pressure from Lo and Oscar, and Emil takes off for Mexico. That's when the plot really gets rolling. It is in the sixth section of the novel that we get to know all that important character, see character for full list, and get a sense of all pleasures and a problem that await them. When it comes to Alexandra for instance, we learn that she has an awesome ability to understand the land, but her practical know-how is not enough to get her love and companionship. Meanwhile, Emil struggles with his desire for Mary, but like many other people on the defeat, he decides to fix things by moving away. And then Rising Tone, got love a man in a sombrero. So did Emil make the right choice in going off the Mexico? Well, at least on think curtain the main clock some serious time shopping for this return to the defeat. This part of the novel includes the Catholic fair at the French Crans, when Emile has a quiet stir among the young ladies with his Mexican regalia, and let not forget the furtive kiss he shares there with Mary. Talk about complications. The relationship between Emil and Mary goes from Cat's longing to borderline intimacy. Emil decides he'd better really get his acts together and prepares to leave for law school. Then these complications gets even more complicated when email friends made this unexpectedly, leaving Emil with almost no socialities other than Mary. And climax, uh, the heater says it all just when it finally seems that all the tension with Mary will finally be resolved in a steamy Oshar's cane. Frank has to go and ruin everything that just like him. Uh, there is no questions that the murder of Emil and Mary by Frank is the crisis is in the novel. After this, there is no return to normal for any of these character. And then failing action. Uh, Alexandra has worked her whole life sacrificing her own personal interest in order to provide at least on one member of her family with the opportunities the rest never had. She had her heart set on Emil for quiet sometimes, but for all her hard work and know how the woman doesn't know much about love. She doesn't see disaster coming now. It's too late and all she worked for has been lost. In his part of the novel, Alexandra tries to pull herself together after Emil murdered by visiting Frank in prison. Uh, she she is horrified to find him a shadow of his former self when she leaves the prison. She doesn't feel all that different from Frank. Her life has become a prison from which there is no escape. Resolutions. Nebraska is for lovers. Alexander is rock bottom. But then something wonderful happens. She gets a telegram from Carl, who writes that he is in Hanover and is waiting to see her. She rushes back from Omaha. And the next conflict. Alexandra tries to pull herself together after Emil's murder by visiting Frank in prison. And point of view or narrator. The novel main character, the narrator, does more than just come out and tell you about her hidden personal life by the use of narrative techniques. The narrator actually helps to hide this person's life. In this way, the novel's narrative techniques is in a cahoots with the narrator portrayal of Alexandra. We're led to believe Alexandra must be the why this the script because that's also the way she's being narrated. And mood and tone nostalgic. When we say a novel is nostalgic, that means it gives you the sense that things used to be better in the old days. After nostalgia also express these days for the present will have um, some more to say about that when we talk about the novel anti-political tone below. And next and literary approach is naturalism. And thank you and sorry sir because I'm late. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.